This week, we're back to visit two pairs of house hunters. The men used their heads.
I don't love this house enough.
The wash machine, there's no space in the kitchen.
You are kidding me, Russell.
You are kidding me. The women used their hearts.
I've walked in here and think, let's put an offer in now. I love it.
And a certain someone used her mouth.
They've just picked up the goalposts and run across the football field with them.
But a couple of years later, has head or heart won out?
It's like, oh my goodness, this is just something we just never thought we'd ever get, ever.
This week, we're back to the Shires, revisiting two couples who had very different requirements. I'm back in Buckinghamshire with Emma and Andrew, who had a simple ask. They just wanted the perfect family home in the perfect location. And we're also back to see Karen and Russell, who wanted their very own piece of rural Aberdeenshire. In 2007, Emma, Andrew and 2-year-old son Charlie sold up in Cambridgeshire and moved in with Emma's parents in Stony Stratford.
We're starting to get a bit on top of each other, so we do need our own space.
But Andrew's a city boy, so why the Shires?
The main reason why we're moving is for the school system in Buckinghamshire is very good, and although Charlie's only 2 at the moment, this house that we're buying now is a lifetime house.
5 months on and still no further forward. Desperation is creeping in.
We've been looking for a new property for about 18 months. We've viewed maybe 5 properties. So, yeah, we're really desperate now. We need some help.
Go gently on them, Kirstie.
Don't worry, Phil. I'll be very careful.
Stand back, Buckinghamshire. She's going to blow.
You are now living with your mum, Emma, and you have been looking for 18 months.
We have.
And you have seen 5 properties in that space of time,
Yeah.
which, frankly, is pathetic.
Yep. We haven't seen enough properties. We've sat in the comfort of our home and looked on the internet.
Remind me again, your main requirements.
Looking for preferably 4-bed, but we would consider 3 beds. Preferably 3 reception rooms and obviously a good-sized garden.
Over and above all of that, we've got to be happy.
Yes, yeah. And I think what makes that is very unquantifiable, but you don't find it by looking on the internet.
For Emma and Andrew, we're searching in North Buckinghamshire, one of the UK's most expensive counties. With 625 grand to spend, top of the list for this couple is location. It must be near some good schools. They're looking for a 4-bedroom character home near Emma's family. And in Aberdeenshire, Karen and Russell were in just as much of a hurry. With all Russell's cycle equipment, his 3-bed semi was fit to burst.
The bikes drive me nuts, especially when they're on the dining room table.
Their own 10-month search has been fruitless, so they've called in the cavalry.
The type of property we're after, they seem to be few and far between.
I've found some ideal properties, but they're just like 500k over budget.
I'm sorry to say it, but a dream home doesn't mean you get to dream up the budget. And back in the real world, both battle up to 2 hours of commuting a day.
Basically, we've moved 1/4 mile in 15 minutes.
And want their new home to be all about unwinding in the country.
The more open space we've got available to us, I think the easier it'll be for us to de-stress.
Come home from work, just change your clothes, jump on the bikes and just get straight back out again, flying down hills and stuff. I don't think there'll be any arguments as to what we're looking for.
That's because Karen thinks I'm a pushover.
Because he is.
Well, if there's one thing I've learnt, it's that everyone becomes a pushover once a certain lady gets involved.
What are your top priorities?
I think the main one is to cut down on, well, Russell's commuting time at the moment, because he's an hour to work each way.
Number 2?
More space. More outside space, I suppose, is the main thing.
By the way, Russell, I warn you, if tripping over those bikes, ladders and tights on the way out, you will be in serious trouble. Is there any house that you've seen or anything that you're holding in your mind? Is there a loved and lost house?
I don't think we've quite hit the nail on the head where everything has been perfect.
Russell, who told you that existed?
I know. I'm struggling already.
That's probably our problem.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how fussy do you think you are?
11.
Right.
Well, it's going to be anything but a pushover with these two. Their number 1 priority is a rural location with an easy commute into Aberdeen. It's got to have good outside space, a garage for the bikes, and they want to keep the price tag at 300,000.
They've got their hearts set on the ideal house, but if we don't put a stick in their spokes, they'll be looking until the bikes are old and rusty. For these two, we're starting in West Hill, just a 20-minute commute to work and a 5-minute bike ride into the country. This 4-bedroom detached house is on the market at offers over $245,000, so it should end up comfortably within their ideal purchase price of $300,000.
First house, first impressions.
Quite similar to what we've already got, apart from the garage.
Oh, excuse me, apart from one far more important thing than that. Where are we?
And the location. That's very true. Yeah.
Miles better location than where we are just now.
Definitely.
Number one priority was location.
Location, yeah.
We are in a much better location for the commute, which would be reduced to 20 minutes max.
Yeah.
They wish their house was like this one. I knew they'd be picky, but get in the front door first. This place is about more than just a shorter commute. It comes with a generous garden and a garage, and inside there's enough space for them to live here till they're old and grey.
Right, now this is a veritable TARDIS.
Oh,
It's
gosh.
20 years old, so obviously the decor is a bit dated, but it's a great huge room.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a great size, brilliant size.
It's got a bigger garden. It is overlooked.
Yeah.
Certainly not keen on being
The issue,
overlooked.
yeah, I think the fact that we're so used to out the back of us, we've got sheep overlooking us, and we love that.
Yeah.
And you can look out your window and it's just countryside.
Tell me honestly, do you think that's a deal breaker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd say
I
so.
think that's, yeah.
Here's a question for you, Russell. If your house was bigger, would you stay in it?
I would be more inclined to put up with the commute for the ideal property, I think. But the rest of the house would have to be near on perfect to justify it.
That is very interesting, you see, because that takes the commute, that drops it down. It comes off the top of the priority list.
It's looking like we're onto a loser here, Kirstie. It's never the best viewing if they prefer the place they've already got.
It's not the prettiest looking house. I mean, you don't come in and you go, wow, look at all the... It's got no features.
I think you're right, but it is quite a functional house. I mean, it's got all the space we need. It's got the rooms we need.
It's the overlooking thing that's a deal breaker there.
Still a no?
Yeah, the longer we stay in it, the more of a no it becomes. It's just so overlooked, and every angle you kind of look out the top upstairs window is houses.
We're going to put outlook to the top of our priority list.
Yeah.
And flaming reeling. They've just picked up the goalposts and run across the football field with them. Location was everything. Now, if their current house was bigger, they'd be happy to stay there. Mamma mia.
We're back catching up with two couples at opposite ends of the country. In Aberdeenshire, Karen and Russell wanted more countryside and less commute. Whereas over in Buckinghamshire, Emma and Andrew were desperate to find their family home. All the properties we're showing Andrew and Emma are within catchment areas of schools they want their son to get into. And the first house we're showing them is just 5 miles from two of them, in Aylesbury, so it should really ring their bell.
They're looking for a 3 or 4 bed character house with a couple of reception rooms. Emma wants to be near her family, so I'm taking them to see this 19th century house in the village of Oving.
This is a Victorian house. It's got proper high ceilings. It's got big windows. It's got light rooms.
Yes.
It's really strong from that point of view.
Very good-looking house.
It's a good-looking house. With 3 reception rooms, 3 bedrooms and a wraparound garden, this is perfect for them. It's been renovated and redecorated throughout, and it's bang on budget at £625,000. Now, there is a front door, but the family tend to use this door. Okay. So what you've got here is, through there's a little playroom, downstairs bathroom, and then you've got big family kitchen. It's
beautiful.
And through here, you can either use that as a study or, again, an area for toys.
It's beautiful.
It is.
It's really nice.
It is really beautiful.
It's been really nicely done. And the thing I love about it is it's perfect for boys because it's got this easily cleaned floor.
Yeah.
You've got your playroom. You've got a downstairs bathroom with room for a changing mat.
Oh,
so you know that thing when you've got a small one, a toddler and a baby, You want no, you don't want to traipse upstairs. You know, there's a loo down there when you're potty training. You know, it sounds really silly, but you know, I said there are 1,000 reasons I like this house.
Yeah.
They're all quite small and simple.
But they make a difference
to
your everyday life.
And they're not things, I mean, you're not going to put that on your list. Now, nearly everything in this house is beautifully laid out, with the exception of this room. Beyond that sofa is about 3 foot. Well, you need to put that chaise longue in the window, the big sofa there.
It's a room that works.
It's a lovely light room.
Yeah.
Love the bay window. It's lovely.
Everything's joined together very well.
Yeah, it flows.
It flows.
I mean, I do believe in feng shui. There are some houses that, and Phil will tell you, I go in and immediately I'm in a filthy mood. Something
brings
is
you down.
wrong. And then sometimes I go into a house and I think, you know what? I move into here very happily. I can see how my life, my family would work. Yeah.
It's not just feng shui that puts you in a bad mood, Allsopp.
You haven't asked me about the price.
No, we haven't.
It's on at 625. Filled with horror?
No.
No?
No, not at
No,
all.
not at all.
Right, okie dokie. Do you want to see the rest?
Please.
Okie dokie. Oh, this is going very well.
A bit too well, Kirstie. They've seen about 5 other properties, so I wouldn't get the contract out just yet.
The cynic in me thinks that this is way too early for any congratulations. But there's another part of me which thinks, way to go, winner, we're in there.
Kirstie, you know what happens when you say things like that.
I know we did say Oving was a place we'd consider, but it is one of the places that's furthest away from my family within our search area.
It is, yeah, and that was
Now
quite important.
Yeah,
so.
but that could be something I could compromise on.
The distance from your mum's, I always knew was in the search criteria. It's not one we've brought up at this house.
No.
16.5 miles to Stony Stratford.
Yes, I know it doesn't sound an awful lot.
Doesn't sound a lot in the country. I don't want to dismiss
doesn't.
your fears.
No, but if there was an equally nice property a bit closer, I'd be
good.
even happier.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to discount this property.
All I can say is it's a testament to the niceness of your parents that after living with them for over 2 months, you are still keen to be within shouting distance.
They probably would like us to be as far away as possible.
So are we walking away from this house saying that it's a maybe?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Emma and Andrew seem pretty happy so far. And over in Aberdeenshire, things are just starting to get exciting.
They moved the goalpost on the first viewing, so I'm changing tack on this one.
Now, guys, this is Phil Spencer. He's just come along to watch.
Watch the mistress at work.
Just ignore him. He shouldn't get in our way, OK?
We've come out to Kintore, 15 miles from Aberdeen city centre. This time there's green fields as far as the eye can see. And we've even managed to keep Russell's commute down to 40 minutes.
Location.
Fantastic.
I quite like this location. Both the outlook, the immediate location is bang on perfect.
Excellent.
Yeah.
OK.
And how about an old steading, Karen?
Brilliant. I love the converted stadiums.
This converted farm building comes complete with bags of character and the outdoor space Russell and Karen have been missing.
The one we're viewing is the end terrace in a development of 5, with spectacular views over the countryside, which is a mountain biker's paradise.
It's on the market at offers over $260,000, and that means we should be able to secure it within their $300,000 budget. You've got a bedroom, a kitchen, and here.
I love the fireplace.
I know, lovely fireplace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an excellent sized room. This is just feels cosy. It's well laid out.
Got a good feel about it.
Is this the best feeling you've had about something so far that you've seen at this stage?
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
By far.
Bike would not be allowed in this house.
Yeah, don't
Definitely
disrespect
not.
this house, Russell.
All it needed was a bit of Spencer magic.
You can go and wave your wands in the garage, boys.
Now, Karen, downstairs is what a lot of people would call the master bedroom because it has an ensuite bathroom. But I would say keep that as a guest room stroke office and then utilise all this upstairs as your master bedroom suite.
Yeah.
So you've got a bathroom, dressing room and bedroom.
OK, yeah.
Which I think would work really well.
It's a good sized room.
Now, how many bikes do you actually have?
I'm running about 5 or 6 at the moment.
You're running about 5 or 6. So I'm hoping you'd say there's plenty of room.
Yeah, I think there's ample space here for storing the bikes, having a workshop and still being able to get the car in.
Yeah.
And it offers quite good width as well, so park the car and still be able to open the door, which is good.
You get quite technical about these things, don't you?
You've got to, you know, dot the I's and cross the T's, you know.
Now, this is quite something, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
And your garden, because you're the end house, runs all the way round, right round to the front. This, of all the houses in the development, I think, is the most generous one.
One of the better ones, yeah.
I'm already sensing you're the practical one, whereas Karen seems more emotionally led. And she also seems pretty set on the house. Is that fair?
I think so, yeah. I mean, she's obviously much more creative than I am. She'll identify key things, but I'll sometimes come along and burst her bubbles when I bring in the practicalities, and she realises that sometimes it's just not feasible.
Russell?
Yeah. He's a lot more practical, and he'll want to make sure that all the practical things are covered. Probably likes a cupboard space and things like that, because that's something we're struggling with just now.
If you tell me that this is the one you want,
yeah,
then we will bring Russell round.
Good luck.
Give the man a chance. Practical he may be, but I don't think even Russell's going to talk himself out of this place.
Nice that you boys are sticking together, Phil. From what Karen says, I don't think we're out of the woods yet.
There's not much storage space in here, though, is there?
Well, there's none.
Especially with these low ceilings, I think there's only one location for the wardrobe to go. And then you'd have to move the bed.
They're not going to buy. They've got no push. They've got no
They
push.
love it.
No, they've got no push. He'll find problems with it and he'll end up not buying it. I guarantee you.
Right, washing machine. It must be here for a reason. Let's see if we can find somewhere for the washing machine.
This is it. This is totally it. Should be it. Should be buying it. Absolutely no reason for not doing so. I'll eat my hat if we are at the end of the day. Honestly, I'm tempted.
Maybe we should tell them that, Kirstie. It might just swing the deal.
Hi, you two.
Hi.
So what's it to be? You look worried now.
Yeah, Russell being the practical one, he kind of, not put a dampener on it, but kind of brings out the whole the practicalities
What's
of it all.
impractical about this house? It's an immensely practical house.
It is on the face of it, but the washing machine, there's no space in the kitchen.
You are kidding me, Russell.
You
are kidding me.
I think keeping in with the character of the building as well, the upstairs is a wee bit smaller. There isn't any inbuilt cupboards.
I mean, they're not my issues, they're your practical issues, and they're valid ones, but you have to ask yourself whether they're deal breakers, if everything else is correct.
Yeah.
There's definitely no deal breakers like the previous house.
As you drive away from the city, as you come to the country lanes, as you drive up to this house, as you look at this view...
We were blown away when we first
You're going to
came
be
here.
thinking, I don't care where the washing machine is. I just see you having mates around, cooking, having lunch in the kitchen with the door open, and then just coming and sitting out here with a cup of coffee.
Yeah, you do paint a very good picture.
She's good, isn't she?
OK, it's fine, don't worry. After you.
Onwards.
Well, I think it would take Van Gogh to paint a good enough picture for Russell. Whatever ideal house he's got in his head, it's making him way too picky, and he's going to need to see that, one way or t'other.
Well, Kirstie, if it's the ideal property they want, now's the time to show them what it's going to take. This next place is in Netherley, about a 35-minute drive from Aberdeen.
It's a detached farmhouse and gives Russell all the space he could ever want, but it's on at offers over $335,000 and likely to go for around the 380 mark. That's way over their ideal budget of $300,000 and right up at the limit of what they can afford.
So, location.
Yep, an unknown location to us. We've never really looked this south before, but yeah, it looks great.
It does feel a wee bit more exposed, but again, it's probably due to how much we know the area.
Yeah.
The thing is, it swings and balances. It may be more exposed, but it has a dedicated laundry room downstairs and 2 garages.
That could be a key one,
the double garage. I thought that'd please Russell.
You see, Kirstie, he's not so picky. A laundry room and a garage, and he's eating out of your hand.
You know me, Phil. I give with one hand and take with the other. This has been a family house for more than 15 years, and it does need a bit of updating.
It's big, it's solid, it's got 4 bedrooms.
OK.
It's obviously totally detached. It's nearly an acre of land.
OK.
When you first come in, it doesn't have the initial, wow, this is great, but I think a lot of that is because the decor will need updated and be brought round to our taste. But yeah, it feels pretty solid so far.
Yeah.
Quite like it.
Great, nice room.
You do pay for the difference. We're now looking at offers over 335.
Right, okay.
Okay, right.
So that really is top of our budget
Yeah,
then?
so that's top of your budget. But as I said, it has a downstairs laundry room.
That's where Russell can stay.
A laundry room might be enough to keep Russell interested, but I suspect Karen's heart's still over in the converted steading.
Karen, when I want something, I pretty much hold on to it and turn a blind eye to everything else.
Yeah.
You seem to be behaving incredibly well, and you're examining this house in a positive and intelligent fashion.
I'm trying. I'm trying to stay open about it because it is a bigger house and it's, you know, what we asked for. We do want something a bit bigger and everything, but trying to look at the positive things before weighing it up sensibly.
I'm all for sensible, but where's the love, Karen? If they're willing to give up their weekends of cycling for weekends of decorating, this house is the practical choice. But you've got to love it, and Karen seemed much more at home in the last house.
Okay, this is a pretty good sized room as well. What do you think?
Third bedroom. Oh, God, yeah. What are your thoughts on this one compared to the last one?
I much prefer this one, I think. It's got much better immediate location, and the rooms are much better sizes, and there's far more storage. It's a much more practical house, I think.
It does seem more sensible, yeah.
Sensible isn't everything.
No, that's right. That's right. It's got to be. You've got to like it as well.
Yeah.
Well, for me, there's nothing about this house that isn't livable just now. You can move in tomorrow.
Definitely.
And, you know, it's perfectly livable, and living it for the next couple of years in the exact state it is now.
How would you feel about that, Karen?
I think I'd be itching to start and at least rip off some wallpaper and
paint
it and everything, which, you don't need a lot of cash to plough into that. You don't need MD else to do it for you. We could do that, that's fine.
If they've really fallen for this place, I'd be thrilled to get it for them. They'd be taking on a project and really stretching their budget.
Yeah, I like this. This is good.
If I was Russell, I'd say to her, if the last house is what you want, if that's what would make you happy, it's a good investment. Let's buy it and get on with leading our lives.
Russell and Karen have seen the best the market's got to offer, and now they've got to do some soul-searching.
How about family-focused Andrew and Emma? Have you found a house nearer her parents?
As a matter of fact, I have. We're in Padbury, a chocolate box village that should melt their hearts. It's not all sweet though. This house is well over budget, but there are lots of good reasons for bringing them here.
This is the jewel in our crown, guys.
This is idyllic. This is a beautiful cottage.
I really am treating them like royals today. Just a 10-mile carriage ride from Emma's parents, the cottage has 4 bedrooms, 4 reception rooms, and the crowning glory, 2 huge unconverted barns. Perfect for a growing family. All for the princely sum of £675,000. 50 grand over their budget, but it really is negotiable.
Now, budget.
Yes.
Had you seen this on the internet?
We
did.
Yes.
Do you know what it's on at?
I think it was on at 675, I think.
Spot on.
That's what stopped us from coming to view it.
Yeah, but it's been on for 3 months, and the vendors have found something in a neighbouring village which they've set their heart on.
Okay.
So I think there is quite a degree of flexibility within that price, and it really, really, for you two, has a lot of the long term.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The house itself is big, but it also has these 2 amazing barns, which are the perfect place for dumping teenagers.
Oh, it's a lovely light bedroom. I love
gorgeous.
it. I love the quirky door and a lovely view out of that window. I love the high ceilings. This is our bedroom. I love it.
It's always a hard one, this, when you take somebody to see something that's way over their budget, and then it's down to me. If they really want it, I've got to negotiate it. It's worth the extra money, and it's a really good long-term family house.
Now this is what I call a dining room.
Wow.
I absolutely adore the flagstone floor and that fireplace. You can just imagine Christmas dinners with all the family. It feels like somewhere I'd love to live.
So can you see where the extra money's being spent?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. It's the feel of the house, I think. It's been very well put together. They've made a lot of good use of the space that they've got available to them. But there's a lot of space anyway to start off with.
Yeah.
I've walked in here and think, let's put an offer in now. I love it. I love the village, I love the location. There's so many things I love about it.
It's well worth it, but unless we can strike a bargain, Andrew and Emma simply don't have the budget.
We're back to visit two couples who wanted very different things. In Aberdeenshire, Karen and Russell were looking for rural perfection, whereas in Buckinghamshire, it was all about finding the perfect family home.
Andrew and Emma are looking for a 4-bedroom character house with a good-sized garden for £625,000, and they've liked both properties I've shown them so far.
This is the house that we've come to see.
Wow.
Genuinely stuffed full of character, built in the 1600s, built as 3 cottages.
Okay.
And now as one very lovely detached house.
Beautiful.
Phil, you're getting a good one here. After the triumph of the last cottage, I had planned to show them this quirkier one with a totally different interior. They're either going to fall in love with this one, or it'll confirm how much they like the last.
Originally 3 cottages, this property in the village of Marsworth has been converted into a large 4-bedroom house with 3 reception rooms. It's a unique property, and because of that, it is hard to establish an accurate value. The vendors are looking for something in the region of 700 grand, but I reckon we could negotiate it down to suit.
There are 3 of these smallish reception rooms. So this ends up as something of a sort of passageway, hallway.
Yeah, I must admit, I did think it was the hallway when we walked in.
It's grade 2 listed, and that restricts things that you might wish to do to it.
Like knocking walls down.
Like knocking walls down and materially changing the characters. You can't alter any of the beams, for instance. You couldn't change the floor. There would be restrictions on extensions out the back.
That worries me a bit.
That worries me a lot, because I don't feel that there's any one room in the house that is big enough for us.
No.
This is the house that you would need to love. This is the one that you choose because you just adore the beams, the fireplace, the floor. But it means that you have to live in a certain way.
I don't love this house enough to make it the house that we would buy.
Oh, poor Phil. They were loving everything I showed them.
I think that's exactly the problem. They couldn't get the last property out of their heads. Unsurprisingly, Emma and Andrew have decided to return to the cottage they fell in love with in Padbury.
And it's no wonder. The property is beautiful, practical, and those barns make it a real forever family home.
I think probably you need to use your head and you need to use your heart.
OK.
And we'll swap around.
OK, we'll try.
Come on then. Now, it's not any secret, is it, that you love this house?
No secret at all.
No.
So, what we're here to try and assess is how much you'd be prepared to pay for it. It's 675 is the asking price, and I'm sorry to say that there was a second viewing that took place on it this morning. So there is, or there may well be, some competition by the end of the day.
OK.
Don't forget, the vendors have already found somewhere they like too.
Well, this is the slightly more sort of alternative room, isn't it?
It is.
Be a good boy's room.
Oh, a young boy's dream bedroom, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We have thought about it, though, and originally we thought, great, young boy's bedroom, but we might actually take that out.
Take this level?
Yeah, and make it into the main bedroom for ourselves.
Ah.
Because it's a good space.
Yeah.
At 675 grand, this property is 50,000 over their 625 budget. But I agree with Kirstie, we really should be able to negotiate them down. However, only Andrew and Emma can decide their comfort level.
So how are we doing with it, Andrew?
Very well. Still looks as good.
Yeah.
Still
Love
feeling
it
very
even more.
positive.
So much space. It's just got more space than we asked for.
How would you feel about spending 675,000?
Well, I know we can't. If we had the money, I would spend that on this house because I do think it's worth it.
I love this house, but I won't do anything rash.
A very, very sensible couple, desperately trying to analyse this house in the correct way, which I do believe that they are doing. However, The sharks are circling and that other buyer. It's the second viewing. I'm worried.
The sharks are circling, but not to worry, Mr. Spencer. You're the killer whale.
Thanks very much. I'll certainly be doing my best to pull something clever out the bag to get the vendors to bite. In Aberdeenshire, Karen and Russell had decisions to make. It's not been easy, but in the end, Karen's heart's won out over Russell's head. They've decided their last viewing at the Netherley farmhouse didn't do it for them, so we're back at the 3-bed steading in Kintore.
It is perishing. Come on in, come on in.
For me, it's like revisiting the scene of a crime. Russell loved it at first, but then his pickiness took over, and even the position of the washing machine was enough to make him back off. But I think I've got a plan for the downstairs cloakroom that means Russell won't be airing his dirty laundry in public.
In here, you have your tumble dryer and your washing machine stacked there.
Yeah, because we don't really need this extra bathroom. Having 3 toilets for 3 bedrooms
is stuffed. Go and have a look upstairs. And bear in mind, Karen, that I know you don't want to persuade Russell to buy a house he doesn't want, but at the same time, part of him wants to buy the house which makes you happy. So it's a, it's a two-way street, isn't it?
That's true.
Yeah, I know.
Top marks, Kirstie. Looks like you've laid the laundry demons to rest. And as for Karen, well, she's practically moving in already.
This would have to be our bedroom then, I think.
Oh, definitely. I think so. And then get my chest of drawers with my mirror for my hairdryer there.
Yes, but I'm not putting any offers in till I'm certain it's what Russell wants as well. And right now, I don't think even he's sure of that.
The converted steading is Karen's favourite. It's got all the space and rural charm they were after.
But Russell's still being Mr. Practical, and I want to be sure that his heart's in it as well.
Did we manage to iron out your worries?
I think I would be happy in it. It offers a lot of the stuff I like about my own house, and it's got additional benefits such as storage space in the garage. So with that in mind, I think...
Russell, it reduces the commute. It's got a beautiful view in a rural setting. The only thing that's different about it is not just the fact that it's got storage in the garage. I can't believe that you highlighted that as the only difference between the steading and your current house. Do you think you want to purchase that house with a bit more storage?
Or should we just buy a van?
You could just buy a van. That's a really good idea.
Well, I guess one of us had to crack up, and I think the smart money was always on you.
Does nothing in that house make your heart sing, Russell?
No, I do like it. I do like it. I like the rustic feel about it, and I like the, somewhat period features of it. And the lounge is fantastic. That's my favourite bit of it,
Yeah,
I think,
it's
is the
great,
lounge.
yeah.
I think we're in a position to go for it.
OK, so what do you want to pay for it, Russell?
275 and see what they push us up to.
It's on at offers over 260, and in that area, the vendor's probably hoping for around 300,000.
Oh, hi, can I speak to Jenny, please?
You know, we went back to see the converted steading this morning. My clients, Karen and Russell, are very interested in it. They are in a position to make an immediate offer of 275,000. OK, bye. That was pretty positive.
OK.
They're open to offers. She said she'd contact them straight away.
Sounds like Russell and Karen are in for a night of waiting. Kirstie, you've done all you can, except for one little thing.
I told Phil that if you bought that house, I'd eat my hat. I'm just doing this for Phil. Just going to do this, OK?
That'll teach you, Miss Allsopp.
And the next day, the news is in for Russell and Karen.
Hi, Kirstie.
Hi, Kirstie.
Listen, I spoke to Jenny this morning,
OK.
and she said 275 is great.
Oh, excellent.
Excellent.
Oh, that's excellent, Kirstie. Thanks so much.
Excellent.
This is the face of a woman who went to the edge, who gave her all, who ate her hat in order to get Russell and Karen to buy a house. But I've just heard that they've backed out. And if it is anything to do with where Russell's washing machine is positioned, I will fly back to Aberdeen and get him to eat his entire wardrobe.
I'll book you a ticket then, because I've got a horrible feeling you're going to want it.
Ultimately, we could have worked the washing machine into another place, which would have...
Easily, yeah.
The thing is, it was lacking in storage, that place.
If we'd moved it under the stairs where the WC was, then that would have taken away storage that we could have had elsewhere, and there wasn't enough storage in the whole place.
Count to 10, Kirstie. Count to 10. 2.5 years later, and I think you'd be rather proud of these two.
Kirstie pretty much identified straight away that you can't have your cake and eat it. There's compromises to be made, and rammed it home to us that it doesn't matter what your budget is, you never get what you think your money's worth.
And once they saw they couldn't get all they wanted, they decided to build it themselves. 2 months after our search, they bought a broken-down old steading and 2 acres of land for £130,000.
Well, I fell in love with it. Russell was obviously, you know, we're going to have to do this and that. But I fell in love with it. I had to have it. And then when the farmer was like, yeah, and you know, you can have a bit of land, like, oh my goodness, this is just something we just never thought we'd ever get, ever.
It might have taken them 2.5 years, but now it's only a few weeks till they move in, and they've worked wonders, changing something that was once home to cows and sheep into a stunning 5-bedroom home for themselves.
We've probably maybe even lost sight of how far we've come, because every week something's changed, but it's been little small steps, which has taken a long time. But when we look back, we think, wow, we've actually achieved quite a lot.
I take my hat off to these two. A project of this scale requires a huge amount of time and commitment, and they really have got stuck in.
Steading is now our life. It has been since we bought it. Every day is work, steading, sleep, which is great. But every time we come up, I love it more. And I think we love it so much because we've done so much ourselves.
The unskilled stuff, there's no point paying somebody else to do it when we could easily do it ourselves. So it makes sense for us because we're on side, we get to enjoy being where we are, plus we're saving cash at the same time.
Russell's still very much the practical one. I'm the one that jumps up and down on the path when I see something new and get excited and have a little, you know, girly squeal. Russell still doesn't do that yet.
Some of us just aren't the girly, squealy type. They bought this place for £130,000. They worked on it for 2 years and spent a further £235,000. But in its finished state, they'd expect it to fetch at least £430,000. They've done something most people only dream of. And of course, when you build it yourself, you can have things just the way you want them.
The washing machine has got its own room.
It's a big room.
We could have 2 washing machines in that room if we wanted.
You can have as many washing machines as you like.
So there's one very happy couple in Aberdeenshire. In Buckinghamshire, things were still pretty tense for Emma and Andrew. They'd been back to see the house they loved in Padbury, and it was decision time.
I'm afraid this is where it gets a bit awkward. You've got some big decisions to take, and we know that there is somebody else sniffing around that property. They haven't made an offer. They've gone home, they've said to the agent they're going to think about it and they're going to get back to him. Okay. The property is outside of your comfort zone by some distance. How are you feeling about it?
I think that we're in an interesting market, and if we don't make an offer, then we'll never know whether we could have had the property or not. Gone into all the jars and all the cupboards. We found another 10,000, so we're now at 635, and that would be it.
Absolute.
That's top comfort.
Well, I think given that, because it is some distance off, we should just go in all guns blazing. This is it. We're not here to mess about, try and be clever, or negotiate. Yeah. That is the offer.
Okay.
Mark, it's Phil Spencer. Hi. We've just had a long chat about things. Well, in fact, it wasn't that long because they do want to make an offer on the property. They cannot, I'm afraid, get anywhere near the asking price. The offer, and it is their best and final offer, is £635,000. Thanks very much. Good luck. Bye-bye. It's going to come down to the other people and what they have decided to do.
They'll probably want to wait, won't they, to find out.
I would imagine so.
It's a real risk, this one, but Andrew and Emma are fantastic buyers. I hope the vendor doesn't ignore the position they're in. No chain, mortgage agreed, and a flexible moving-in date. It might just work.
We're in Buckinghamshire catching up with Emma and Andrew, who were searching for a family home. They'd just made an offer on the Padbury house and tensions were high. They've left $635,000 on the table for the thatched cottage, and I've just had an interesting phone call.
Hello.
Hi, I've just been talking with the agent.
Oh, good, excellent.
The bad news is that the other people that viewed made a much higher offer.
Okay.
But the good news is it hasn't been accepted because they are in a chain. And if you were to be able to put 5,000 extra, they would sell it to you.
Okay. Well, I'm now in a position where I would be able to actually find that further 5.
Okay.
So I think that there's a deal, really.
Terrific.
Great.
I'll get on to it right now.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Brilliant. Ooh. I think
great.
I might.
You might cry. We'll have a new home. It's great.
You see, no chain, all gain.
But that wasn't quite the end of the story. With the house already 15 grand over budget and the credit crunch spiralling out of control, they made the difficult decision to pull out of the deal. But thankfully, our hard work was not entirely in vain.
Kirstie introduced us to Padbury as a possibility of somewhere to live. Once we'd seen it, we sort of fell in love with the village.
They spent 18 months living there in a rented house. But as the saying goes, all good things come to those who wait. 3 months ago, Emma and Andrew finally secured their dream house. I've come back to see Emma and Andrew. We found them the right house, but with a change in the market, it actually turned out to be the wrong time. Now their search is finally at an end, so I'm keen to see whether the house they got lives up to the one they lost. This gorgeous family home is only 10 miles from Emma's parents' house. Have they finally found a place where they can put down roots and properly settle into village life? Looking forward to this. Someone's home. He is home, Andrew. Nice to see you. How are you doing?
It's been a while. Come in.
We really liked Padbury and thought that it would suit you well. So you obviously enjoyed renting there. You did it for 18 months. And this is only a mile down the road, isn't it?
It is. It's the next village to Padbury. And the entire area around here is beautiful. We wanted to be in this area. The minute that I came up the drive, I said to Em, we've got to get that house.
It's easy as that?
Yes.
You'd made your decision before arriving in the house itself?
Absolutely.
That's terrific.
And it's unusual. If you think back to where we were 2 years ago, I was the one who bought a house with my head, not with my heart.
Very
but
much so.
as soon as I saw this house, I thought, I need to live there.
They found themselves a stunning home that suits the family down to the ground. It's a 5-bedroom house dating from the 17th century, and they got it for £610,000, 15 grand under their original budget. It has oodles of period features, which was such a key factor in their search. Daddy! Oh, somebody's home. Hello.
Hi.
Here they are.
Hello, Charlie. I'm Phil.
Say hello.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
We didn't meet last time, did we? Do you like your new home?
Yes.
It's lovely, isn't it? Hasn't it got a stunning kitchen?
Yeah.
Hello, Emma.
Hi, Phil.
Very nice to see you
Lovely
all.
to see you too.
Nice to see you settled.
Yeah, we're really, really pleased. We're really happy.
Does it feel like home already? I know it's only been...
It felt like home the day we moved in even.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a lovely, homely, warm and sort of cosy house, and I think it just suits us perfectly.
Andrew was telling me that he decided he wanted to buy this house about halfway out the drive.
Yeah.
Which was something of a...
I know,
A change.
a complete change, because it's normally me that falls in love straight away, but I had to see inside the house. He was won over just by the garden, but I fell in love with it.
It's got that feeling as you walk in the hallway, stunning hallway,
Yes.
fireplace.
Yeah.
Come through in here, it's job done, isn't it?
Yeah, it works really well as a family home.
After a long wait, Emma's finally got the family home she dreamt of. They've only been in 3 months, but already she's starting to put her stamp on it. It really is the perfect house in the perfect spot. It's been quite a long old journey for you all, hasn't it? Lots of twists and turns and changes along the way. It's taken 2 years.
And it's been quite sort of an emotional roller coaster. I mean, I was really devastated when we decided to pull out of the Padbury house, and
Yeah.
it probably could have been the right house, but now
Wasn't the right time.
it wasn't the right time, and now we found this. I couldn't be happier, and I know that we did the right thing, and it was really well worth renting for that 18 months.
Because you got that much more comfortable with the area.
Absolutely. We know the area. We knew for sure that it's where we wanted to stay.
Yeah.
Charlie's established a good network of friends, as I have. I think we're all feeling really settled here.
There's something really to be said for being able to take a decision with absolute confidence, which sounds though you were able to do. Particularly Andrew, being able to take that decision halfway up the drive, and that's so unlike him.
Unlike him, totally. And I was really shocked when he said, I love it.
Didn't have anything to do with the pub opposite, did it?
Could have had a little bit to do with the pub, definitely
short
taking
time
the rap
ago.
since Andrew moved in, that's for sure.
And it wasn't just any old pub. Well, distinct sense of déjà vu, isn't it? Sat here in this pub, talking about properties. This is where we sat and tried to do the deal.
It is. This is the very table.
And then you went and bought the house right there.
I know, who would believe it?
Amazing. A lovely house. Yeah, it's all been worth the wait.
It was well worth the wait. We're going to stay here and be very happy here.
And it only took 3 years.
Start to finish, that's a long old process. But if you get the forever house, it is worth the wait.
Absolutely,
It is.
yeah.
Do you think it's forever? Do you think that's it?
Absolutely.
I think this is it for 20 years
No,
or so.
forever house, we're not moving again.
You don't want to go through 3 years of searching again.
Absolutely not, no.
Well, congratulations. I think it's a stunning house. Well done.
Thank you.
Been great coming to see you all.
Thank you very much for coming back.
Who would have thought when I was making the offer 2 years ago that they'd end up just across the road? It can be a bit upsetting as a house finder when you found the right house, you've negotiated a decent price, to know that a couple have walked away from it. Which is why it's even better to come back today and find them so happy and settled. It took them a while longer, but they got absolutely everything that they ever wished for. And at the end of the day, that's what it was all about.